Today, we're going to be talking about some of the most powerful cards in the hololive OCG so far and how they're stuck behind the starter deck. Thank you for coming back to the channel. My name is Camelange, covering all things hololive OCG. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below. If you could, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It helps my channel grow a lot, so thank you in advance. But back to the content. What you're looking at right here, this hOCG card, it's a very straightforward card. Draw 3 cards from your deck. It's limited, so you can only use 1 limited card per turn. As you're familiar with any card game, being able to draw cards is a very good thing. Look at Pot of Greed. Everyone knows Pot of Greed. In many games, those cards are either like banned or limited to 1 copy. But right now, in the hololive OCG, you can play up to 4 copies of this card. It's a great card for basically any deck. I don't even know if there's a deck that wouldn't want to run 4 of this card. However, this card is currently in the US only available in the Sora hOCG starter deck. So the starter deck itself only comes with 3 copies of this card. So if you want to have a full playset, you need to buy 2 starter decks. That's can be a little frustrating because that means you're going to be buying as many booster boxes as you want to try to hunt down those hOCG cards you desperately want, but you're not going to be getting any of these really important staple cards. You have to buy the starter decks. So on one hand, it's guaranteed, but you're going to end up with a lot of bulk that you don't necessarily need, or you can hope to trade with someone who bought more starter decks and is willing to trade you for one. I have 4 copies. Well, technically I have more than that because I bought 2 starter decks, but I have my full playset for my main deck that I play. And it's challenging because people are looking left and right for these. I'm hoping that there will eventually be a way to obtain this card beyond just a starter deck, but product in general is pretty challenging to get right now, unless you have a local shop that happens to be selling hololive cards. It's not very common. My closest card shop that sells hololive cards is like a 2-hour drive, so not great. It's I can't even go there really because of how far away it is. But there's a local card shop where people come to play casually. It's not a sanctioned event, but there's several people who are willing to trade and help each other out. And we even play with proxies and Japanese cards, whatever we can get our hands on. So there's currently an issue with being able to get our hands on the cards to play this game. Now, obviously, I'm focusing on this card because it's a very crucial card, and you may not know already that you can only get it from the starter deck, but there's more cards that are also pretty important that you can only acquire through buying starter decks. If we look at Manager Chan, this is also only available in the starter deck with Sora and hOCG. So this card, you can only use it if you have 1 or more cards in your hand, excluding this card. You have to return all of the cards in your hand to the deck, shuffle it, then draw 5 new cards from your deck. So this is a great card. Not every deck is going to run like 4 copies of this, but it's very useful. And once again, the hololive starter deck only comes with 3 copies of that. So if you want more, you're kind of out of luck unless you just decide to buy a bunch of starter decks. This is a very staple card. It's not specific to any cheer color, much like the hOCG card we looked at. So again, if you're looking to build up multiple decks, if you're like me, who likes to have at least 2 playable decks so I can get other people to play the game, you're going to need to at least buy 2 starter decks. And on top of that, what actually makes it more complicated is I'm trying to build the Sora hOCG deck and the hOCG hOCG deck. And this card right here, the combo card of Sora and hOCG, is also only available in the starter deck. And you only get 2 copies of this in a starter deck. So if you want 2 playsets, that's 4 starter decks. So right now, I have 4 of this card in my Sora deck, and I was able to trade with someone to get 2 more copies for my hOCG deck, but I'm still short 2 copies to have 2 complete playsets. I'm not familiar with other card games walling cards behind starter decks and not having them available in the expansion packs that correlate with them. So this is very interesting. Like I said, on the positive side, you know where to get these cards and they're guaranteed. but you're also going to be, buying a lot of bulk just to complete a couple decks. And with the scarcity of product right now, I'm seeing people sell starter decks online for like $20 or more. I think retail normally it's around $15 for a starter deck. So let's just say best case you're getting it $20 per starter deck. That's 20, 40, 60, 80 dollars for 4 starter decks just so I can have 4 of this card. And now what you're probably gonna say is, well, why don't you just buy singles of the card? That's not so easy either. If you go to TCG Player, they do have a hololive tab, but it's really just to buy retail product. You can buy booster boxes, starter decks, the start cheer set, but they currently don't have single cards available on their website. I have found one website that sells singles so far. It is called Common Ground Collectibles. It does have free track shipping to the US if you spend over $30. But even here, you can see a lot of it is already sold out. If you go all the way to their full inventory, really crucial cards like hOCG cards are already sold out. So if you're trying to build those decks, it's really difficult. But also, like, I don't even see the Nausicaa card that we were looking at the beginning of the video listed here. Because again, it's just hard to get bulk of some of these cards, especially the ones in starter decks. Same with the Sora hOCG combination card. I didn't find it on this website. So while this is a great resource and might be helpful for some of you to work on some of the decks that you're trying to build, there's a lot out of stock and there's a lot of stuff that simply isn't listed. So I'm not sponsoring anything, but shout out to Common Ground Collectibles. Really great to at least have some resource to be able to help you start buying individual cards. But yeah, and then this isn't even the full list. So if we look at this card, Amazing PC, another valuable card for many decks. It is limited to the starter deck. This one, you can only use this card if you archive 1 cheer from your stage, reveal 1 first or second Bloom Holomem other than Buzz from your deck, and add it to your hand. So pretty great search card, but you're going to be searching to get it. And then lastly on this list is First Gravity. This is a limited support card, event card. This card can only be used if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, excluding this card. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal any number of Tokino Sora and or hOCG from among them, and put the revealed Holomem into hand. Then return the rest to the bottom of the deck in any order. So this is a really great card if you're trying to finish your Sora and hOCG decks. And the starter deck, it only comes with 2 copies of First Gravity. So again, if you want a full playset, you need at least 2 starter decks. If you want 2 playsets, that's 4 starter decks again. My hOCG deck runs 4 of these. I think I only play 1 in the Sora deck, but I had to trade with someone for another copy of this as well because I was short. So again, the 5 cards that we looked at today are locked behind the starter deck and not available in the booster boxes as of now, at least as of recording this video, July 28th, 2025. So this is something you should know when making your purchases and trying to get into the game and building your decks. There's pros and cons to both, but yeah, it's something I'm not really used to seeing in games. Let me know in the comments if you've seen something like this before, where staple cards are only available in starter deck purchases and not in the expansion. But yeah, wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. These are really important cards, primarily the Manager Chan and Harasaki Nautica that we looked at, as well as Amazing PC. These are cards that work outside of any Sora and hOCG build, and you're going to need a lot of them if you're trying to have more than 1 complete deck, or even just 1 or 2. So do your best to try to track these down. I would recommend maybe if you're able to just play with proxies for now, but of course as the game ramps up, there's going to be more hololive OCG events coming to the US for competitions, and you won't be able to use proxies, and I think you can only use 1 language for your whole deck, so that's going to cause problems in the future. So right now we're really just kind of relying on each other, our local community, for trades, and I guess buying a lot of starter decks. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. Really appreciate it. Again, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. It'll support me a lot. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Hi, Cameron.